Hello friends, my name is AJAY. Today I'm going to explain you about the concept of inheritance by using the example of program of the bank. Now, and the question that is here is assume that a bank maintains two kinds of accounts for customers. One is called the savings account, and the other is current account. So, for in the savings account, uh, the savings account provides compound interest and withdrawal facilities, but no checkbook facilities. And the current account provides checkbook facility, but no interest. And the current account holders should also maintain a minimum balance. And if the balance falls below this level, a service charge is imposed. Now, the question is create a class account that stores customer name, account number, the type of the account, and from this we have to derive the class's current account and the savings account to make the more specific to their requirements. And we have to initialize some memo functions also. That is a deposit function. Then we have to display the balance, and we have to compute and deposit interest also. We have to permit withdrawal and with update the balance and check. We have to check for the minimum balance, impose penalty necessary, and we have to update the balance. We should not use constructor in this question. So let's go to the program now. So in this, at first we have initialized a class and the name of the class is account. So this will be our parent class. Now in this class we have initialized a variable that is customer name, custom name. It is of data type character, it is of character data type, and the size of it is 20. And then we have initialized a variable that is account number, and it is of integer data type. After that we have initialized a character data type. The name is account type and the size is 20. Now in the public we have initialized some functions here. The get and the first function that we initialized is get account info function. So here we are going to get the information of the account that the user is going to enter. So at first we are asking the user for his or her name, the customer name. Then we're going to store that value in the customer name variable. Then we're going to ask the user about the account number, then account type. Then we're going to store the values in the respective variables. After that we're displaying the after that we have function that will display the account information. So what the user has entered here in this function will be displayed in this function, that is the display. This is actually a getter function. So get a function, and earlier this was a setter function. Now we're going to display the function all the information here. Now here again we are using we are initializing another class here, that is the current account class. Now this is we are now here we are using the inheritance concept here. This public account means we are using this account is our parent class, and the child class of this of the account is current account. So this is our child class and this is our parent class. Now after that, in this class we have initialized a variable called balance of data type load, and it is static in nature. That means that the variable of balance the variable balance is going to be updated in this program. Now, in the public, we have initialized some way functions here, that is the display current balance function. Now, it is of data type. The return data type is void here. We're going to display the balance here. Then we're going to use another function here of the name of this function is deposit current balance. Now here the user is going to enter the amount that he or she wants to deposit, and we're going to store that value in the variable deposit, which is of float data type. Then we're going to update the balance here by adding the deposit to the balance. Now again we're initializing another function here, that is the withdraw function. uh, Now in this function we are initializing two variables, that is the penalty and the withdraw, and it is of float data type. So we're going to display the balance here first. Then we're going to ask the user to enter the amount that he or she wants to withdraw, and we're going to store that value in the withdraw variable. After that we're going to update the balance. We'll update the balance by subtracting with the withdraw amount from the balance. So here we are given some conditions here. This is for the penalty variable. Now penalty is something that is that the bank is going to charge when the user has to maintain some minimum balance in the account. So if the user cannot maintain that minimum balance, the penalty will be imposed on the account, on the balance. So if we have, the first condition is if the balance is less than 5,000, the penalty that the bank is going to impose is 5,000 minus balance by 10. So then we're going to update the balance by subtracting the penalty from the balance. Then we're going to display the balance, updated balance. Now in the else if condition, we're going to uh, in the else if condition, we're going to the condition is withdraw is greater than balance or not. So if it is greater, then we're going to display that you have to ask the you have to take permission from bank. Then we're going to update the balance. Now in the else condition, we're going to display the updated balance, that is after withdrawal what is our balance. Now here we're going to create another class here, that is the savings account class. Now this is another child class of the parent class, that is account. Now here we're going to initialize some we're going to initialize some variable here, that is save bal, that is the savings account balance. It is of float data type and it is static in nature. That means it is going to be updated in the program. Now in the public, we are initializing some functions here, that is the display function. The first function is the display function. We're going to display the balance. We're going to display the balance here, that is the save bal. Then in the deposit save bal means we're going to ask the user to enter some amount that he or she wants to deposit in the bank. Then we're going to charge some interest on it. So here the user will enter the amount that he or she wants to deposit. We're going to store that in the variable deposit. Then for since we're charging interest in it, so on it, then for that we have initialized another variable, that is interest. It is also a float data type. So the interest that the calculation for interest is say val plus 2 into 2 by 100. That means that we're going to charge 2% interest. Then we're going to update the balance by adding the interest to the savings account balance. After that, we have initialized another function here. This is the withdraw saving balance, that is savings account balance. Now in this, we have initialized a variable, that is withdraw of data type float. Now at first I'm going to display the balance first, then I'm going to ask the user to enter the amount that he or she wants to withdraw. Then we're going to store that value in the variable withdraw. Then we're going to update the balance by subtracting the withdraw amount from the original balance. Now here we're using some conditions here, that if the withdraw amount is greater than the savings account balance, then the user has to ask the permission from the bank. Then we're going to update the balance account balance. Now in the else condition, we're going to display the balance. So in the main function, we are creating two objects here of data of class current account and savings account. So for current account C1, we have created initialized one object, that is C1, and for savings account we will initialize one object S1. Now at first we are going to ask the user that which account he or she wants to choose, that is S for savings account and C for customer current account. So for that we have initialized a character data type. The name of the character data type is type. This is the variable, and we're going to store that the user is going to enter, and we're going to store that value in the type variable. Then after that we have initialized a variable, that is choice. Now if here the condition that we have given is if the type, that means the user is going to enter S or C. So at first, if the type value of type is S or small s or the capital S, then we're going to use the function, that is get info function for the object S1. Then again, now we have used here an infinite loop here. So this means that the user is going to the program is going to ask the user about these choices, about the choices that he or she wants to make. So in choices are deposit, withdraw, display balance, display with full details, exit, and choose your choice. The user is going to enter the choice and we'll store that value in the choice variable. Then for that we are using a switch case here. So for the case one, we are using the deposit saving balance function, savings account balance, and for the case two, we are using the withdraw savings account balance function, and for case 3 we're using the display savings account balance function, and for case 4 we're using the display account info and the display savings account balance functions. So these are the functions we are using for the cases, and for case 5 we are exiting. Now in the else condition, suppose the user has entered the C, so we have to follow the current account functions here. So the current account functions are, so at first we are going to call this get account info function here. Then we are going to ask the user about the choices that he or she wants to make. Then the choices are deposit, withdraw, display balance, display with full details, exit, choose your choice, etc. And choose your choice. Then the user is going to enter the choice and we're going to store that value. Then switch case we are using here. For the case 1, the deposit current balance account function we are using, and the case 2, withdraw current balance account we are using. Then for case 3, display current balance account we are using. Then for the case 4, display account info and the display current balance account function we're using here. And then for case 5, we're exiting from the program. Now let us check if the program is working or not. For let us check for current account, for savings account. So we have entered S, then enter customer name AJAY. Now for account number 212, account type savings. Now the user, we have to make one choice here. So first I'm going to use the first option, that is deposit. Then we're going to enter some amount, suppose it is 10,000 that I want to deposit. Then suppose now I want to withdraw some amount, so I'm going to use the second option, second withdraw. So here in the savings account, so the balance here has been updated, that is 10,200. It means the interest has been charged in the account, in the balance, so that's why 200. Now we're going to withdraw amount, enter the amount that we are going to withdraw, that is suppose we have to withdraw 3,000. So after withdrawal the balance is 7,200, is 10,200 minus 3,000. Now we are going to use the third option here, that is display balance, again 7,200. It has been displayed here. Then for fourth option we'll go display full details. So this is our fourth option, customer. It is displaying the full details. Customer name is Ajay, account number is 212, and the account type is savings, and the balance is 7,200 rupees. And now we're going to use the fifth option, that is exit option, type fifth, and exit it from the program. So here we have checked for the savings account here. So the program is running successfully and the output is verified. Thank you.